A high value man is a man that simply everyone respects due to him being a high value individual. And if you're someone that's wondering whether you are a high value man or you're on the trajectory to become a high value man, in this video I want to talk about some of the signs that might suggest that you're a high value man. And if you are excited, definitely stick with me till the end. And with that said, let's get started. Number 1, he is emotionally intelligent. So if you're familiar with my channel, previously I've talked a lot about how you can control your emotions and how you can get the best of your emotions. And if you are someone that wants to be a high value man, it is utterly important that you have control of your emotions. It is very important to be an emotional intelligent individual, because if you're an emotional intelligent individual, obviously you have control over your emotions, and this way you can make the best rational choice not only for yourself but also for the people around you. And this is one of the traits that every single high value man possesses. Number 2, a high value man has a purpose. So if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, it is extremely important to have a purpose. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's to conquer the world or whether it's something small as starting your own business, having some sort of contribution to society. It really doesn't matter. By the end of the day, you need to have a purpose. You need to have a why as to why you're doing the stuff that you're doing, because this makes you more driven and will actually make you someone that's gonna put in the work and eventually conquer his goals. Number 3, a high value man takes care of himself, because if you're someone that wants to be a high value individual, you know the importance that your appearance have. People will judge you for the way you look. First impressions are extremely important, and thus if you're someone that wants to command respect, you do your best to look your best. Number 4, a high value man has a high self-esteem. The last thing that you want to be as a high value individual is someone that doesn't have a high self-esteem. It's someone that doesn't have any sort of confidence, and to be quite honest, it barely happens. It's almost impossible, because a lot of these signs and traits go hand in hand. You can't be a high value individual without having a high self-esteem, because you are someone that needs to be able to believe in yourself. You are someone that needs to be able to put in the work, and if you don't even believe in yourself, if you don't have that inner spark to conquer your goals, there's no way that you're going to be a high value individual. And thus, if you are someone that wants to be a high value individual, it is very important to have a high self-esteem. And this brings me to number 5, create your own self-esteem. So when it comes to a lot of us, usually we get our self-esteem dependent on the individual. And what I mean by this is that usually when other individuals tell us that we're good, then we start to have a good self-esteem. But if you're someone that actually wants to be a high value individual, you shouldn't care about other individuals' input as much. You need to be a little bit positive delusional. You need to actually believe in yourself, even though if other individuals don't believe in you. If other individuals will say that the thing that you're gonna do is quite risky, it's very competitive, it really shouldn't face you. You're like, whatever, it doesn't matter, I'm still the best. I can still conquer what I want. I can still strive for my goals. And this is how you become a high value man. Create your own self-esteem, and you don't let society decide your self-esteem. Number 6, a high value individual is assertive. So if you're someone that wants to be a high value individual, you need to be assertive. If you want to go get something, you obviously go for it. Speed is everything. If you want something, you chase it. If you want something to happen, you make it happen. You need to be extremely assertive if you're someone that wants to be a high value individual, because time is the only commodity we don't have control over. You can always make more money, you can always make more friends, but you can never get your time back. And that's why it's super important to be assertive. Try to do everything as quickly as you can. And by being quick, I'm not saying that you need to half-ass it. It's very important that you give it 100%, but try to be as quick as possible, because if you're someone that wants to be a high value individual, you want to get things done quickly. People really appreciate those individuals that if they say they're gonna do something, they do it as quickly as possible. This really shows how much dedication, how much effort you're willing to put in the work, and that in itself makes you a high value man. Number 7, you need to have your own moral compass, because when it comes to being a high value individual, society will always tell you that you need to live in a certain way. People will always judge you for whatever you're gonna do, and that's why it's very important to have your own moral compass. Have your own boundaries. Don't let other individuals make your boundaries. Make your boundaries based on your life, because you want to get the best of your life. Society doesn't really care about you getting the best of your life. They just want to get the best for society. And thus, if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, it is very, very important to create your own moral compass. Have your own boundaries. And this way, if something doesn't seem fit when it comes to your moral compass, get rid of it. And if it does fit your moral compass, continue with it. You need to be willing to let go of things that don't suit your moral compass, because this will really show that you're a real man with boundaries and people respect individuals that have very strict boundaries. Number 8, a high value man is a lifelong learner. So if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, don't be someone that after university, after college, when you stop your education, that you stop learning. You need to be obsessed of constantly learning new things, trying to elevate yourself, grow as a person, because if you're someone that wants to be a high value man and maintain over the long term, it is extremely important to have a growth mindset. Number 9, a high value man takes responsibility. So if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, it is very important that you take responsibility, not only for your own actions, but also from the actions from your surroundings. Because a lot of times what happens is that when it comes to a lot of individuals, if someone asks you, why haven't you done the thing that you always wanted to do? We become these excuse makers. We're like an excuse machine. We start to give the most irrational excuses and try to make it rational, but a high value man knows that when it comes to his decisions and actions, it is based on himself. And thus, if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, you need to be more responsible for your own actions, because if you're not going to be responsible for your own action, who is? Because truly talking, no one really cares about what you're going to do. People are too focused on their own lives, and thus, if you're someone that wants to be a high value man, you need to be responsible of your own actions. And that's the end of this video, so I hope you found it informative and useful. If you did, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And if you'd love for me to make more videos like this in the future, please consider to hit the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.